So we're going straight to rumors from Ethan's head. And he might be having to speak kind of quietly because he's at work, but here we go.
Okay. Oh, man, my work hair is out of control right now, number one. I just noticed that. Number two, peering deep into my head, which is covered by this ridiculous hair, I was looking at the baseball playoffs last night, and not the baseball playoffs, but the baseball playoff picture, and it was an amazing night of baseball. I can oh so rarely say that. Sorry, condolences to Zach on his Braves and everything that happened there. But I was thinking, which is more popular, baseball or basketball? Basketball had better NBA Finals ratings than baseball did for the last World Series. Will that continue? Well, with the Boston Red Sox being knocked out of the picture, thus increasing the odds of a small market team like the Rays making it, I think that the NBA Finals for 2011 will have better ratings than the World Series for 2011. That's the rumor. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I think they will too, unless we get this kind of hippie, granola eating deal where everyone gets a chance at parity and everyone gets a chance at making the finals. We end up with a Bobcats Raptors finals. And I don't care if they're in the Eastern Conference, and that can't logistically happen because everyone's going to get a trophy and everyone's going to get a fair chance in this new collective bargaining agreement that gives players all the money and the owners nothing, and that's all we care about. So everyone gets a trophy. Congratulations.
I didn't follow that train of logic at all, but I will say that I think the NBA is, speaking of logic, Zach, the NBA is becoming more popular. I don't know if it'll eclipse baseball, if there's I don't even remember. Who was in the World Series last year? Phillies and who? Rangers?
Okay.
Oh,
it was
that's a pretty
San Francisco Giants.
That's a pretty. Oh, the Giants. Oh, whatever. Rangers and Giants. That's an awful World Series. Of course, nobody paid attention. I think if the Yankees and Red Sox are one of those big teams, I think you'll see a spike that's comparable to what the NBA had, which was a Miami-related spike. I think the NBA is going to mellow off. I don't think it's going to continue rising, at this pace. But I think you're right that before long, it's going to be a legit challenger to kind of the second sport.
Well, I think that it's a really interesting question as to which sport is most popular. I think a lot of people assume that baseball is more popular, and you can make an argument either way. But I think that the fundamental point here is that you can make an argument either way. It's not decided. The last championship was better for basketball, and you could say that basketball is on the upswing. You look at that Giants-Mavericks matchup. I mean, not Giants. I'm mixing my sports. The Giants-Rangers matchup. Well, Dallas is more or less involved in both championships, and I know the Heat are a big factor, but, with one team and one city involved in both championships, the NBA Finals almost doubled the ratings of the last World Series. So I think that's important. Basketball, don't sleep on.
To be fair, Deshaun Stevenson is a huge draw.
That is true. That is undeniable.
People have been wanting to see Deshaun get a ring for quite some time.
It's all about that Abe Lincoln throat tattoo.
He's our, it's like the Truman Show with him. He's our guy. We're very invested in him from the
Just like a Jim Carrey movie.
Just like it.